All right, welcome to another episode of American Conservative Network. Today we're going to be talking about gun rights and gun control. Annie, would you like to start?
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, what is your opinion on guns and firearms?
I think that Americans have the right to bear arms. They always have. They always will have the right to bear arms. But I think that it needs to be reformed and that there need to be some more restrictions on gun rights, on background checks, on who can purchase a gun, that kind of thing.
All right, and Cole?
I think the system works fine right now. Let the people have their guns. They protect themselves every day. It seems to be working fine to me.
Do you have anything to say about what Cole has responded to?
So I think that some people should not be able to have a weapon, especially if they're a danger to themselves or others. If they are mentally unstable and have proved that they can't be trusted with a weapon in the past, they shouldn't have access to a weapon anymore. And there should be stronger background checks in order to ensure that they don't get a weapon.
A thing with that is a lot of the people that are mentally unstable, if they're going to get a weapon, they're going to buy it indirectly. They're not going to go to the gun store and say, I want this 9mm. They're going to go to their friend and say, hey, can I buy that off you for $300? Under the table transactions, and then they're going to get one. The only thing extended background checks would do would make regular Americans who are fined out a gun and everything, it would just make it harder for them to purchase one, even when they haven't done anything wrong.
I do agree with what you said that it's also a mental health issue. There definitely is a lot of mental health problems in the United States, but I think that right now, private sales, this includes sales at gun shows, things like that, don't require any background checks. I get it, like if you buy it from your friend, that's messed up. Can't really do anything about that. But in private sales and like gun shows and stuff like that, there aren't background checks required, which I think there should be in all private sales.
Even a lot of things with those gun shows where if you're going into the gun show with the intent to purchase weapons, you usually have to have some sort of, like if you're going to buy a pistol, in some states you have to have a concealed carry permit. If you're going into a gun show to buy a pistol, you have to pass certain tests in order to some of these gun shows. They've thought about this before and they have these rules in place. They're just not always obvious to like the naked eye of a person who doesn't know what's going on in them.
Yeah. Good good stuff. What about like the fact that you're allowed to buy a rifle at the age of 18 but like a handgun at 21? Why are you allowed to buy such like a powerful weapon, something that has been seen in war even at the age of 18, but you can't buy a handgun until you're 21?
Well, it's a lot easier to hide a pistol in your pocket than it is to hide an AR-15 along your back. It's just the thing of, if you have that rifle, most of the people are shooting it for fun. And most of the people don't have the intent to go out there and shoot other people with it. They have it for defense and they have it for sport. But the thing with the pistol is, if you're walking around downtown and it's 11 p.m. at night, you're not going to want to be out there alone and have nothing to protect you, because there's some places that are shady and you want that extra protection.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for 21 is if you can drink and you can do everything you need to be able to do, then you should be able to carry a pistol on you.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But like, I think that you shouldn't be able to buy guns until you're 21, period. Any kind of gun, 21 years old. If anything, it should be switched, and that you should be able to buy a pistol at a younger age, because I feel like pistols are more adequate for self-defense than something that is so large.
I see what you're saying, and I agree a little bit, but what it comes down to, for the most part, is I would rather have a more mature person carrying something that's smaller and that can be hidden way easier than some teenager in high school that just became a senior. And he's walking around to like all these different sporting events and he has that pistol on him and no one would ever know. I just feel like with a rifle, to a younger age person, it's a lot harder to conceal. It's a lot harder to like hide from people. And then even then you're still going through those extensive background checks to make sure that you're not any harm to anybody else.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I still think that all guns you shouldn't be able to buy a gun until you're 21. If you can't drink or smoke until you're 21, why should you be able to buy a gun before then?
I mean, people are going into the military at the age of 18. They're traveling across the world to protect our country and our freedoms that we believe in. If a 18-year-old fresh out of high school can go do that, why can't they also own a gun?
Yeah, I thought about that before, but I don't always agree with people being drafted in the military so young either, but that's a completely different topic, so I don't know further. Should get into that.
All right, I'm thinking that that's close to all the time we have. Do you, either of you want to have a closing statement?
I'm going to say that if we vote for Chris as our president, he will keep these gun rights that we have now, and he will help grow them to make them better and safer, along with keeping the freedoms for guns that we have now.
All right.
I would say that if you vote for Abby, gun violence will go down, just like it has in other countries where gun laws are stricter.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for coming in and watching another episode of American Conservative Network. See you next time.